Hello everybody, I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the exam that was due this past Thursday evening, and then also to talk about a couple other things that are coming up. First of all, probably, say about 15 of you, probably close to 15 of you, emailed me about a question on the exam, and you were all correct, so you're not going crazy. There was an error on the exam, and how we have to choose which question is correct by, putting a little cursor over the correct answer, and then Blackboard does its thing and whatever. Anyway, it was miskeyed. And the question was something along the lines of which is the strongest predictor of turnout. And of course the correct answer is education. I asked you the same question on the quiz, in fact. It may have been worded a little bit differently, but it was essentially the same question. And so I'd say probably about 15 of you emailed me saying, wait a minute, I swear it's education and I got it marked wrong, can you help? So I'm just going to throw that question out. That's usually what I do when there's an error in the question itself. So basically what that means is that everybody will get 3.33 points added on to their exam score for exam 1. So you don't have to worry about that. There were no more errors on the exam questions. Now some of you emailed me and you had questions about other questions on the exam, and I'm going to email you back and explain why you got those incorrect. But the people that just emailed me asking about I have a pop-up here. The people that emailed me asking me just about that voter turnout question, I'm not going to email you back because I'm explaining it right now. So keep that in mind. But those that ask questions about other questions, I'll email you back and I'll explain why you got the question incorrect. Overall, even before the curve, because there'll be a little curve because of those 3.33 points, I was pleased. I was pleased with the statistics on the exam score. There's a wide variance here. The lowest score was like 18, and the highest was perfect. Okay, the highest was ends up being 104. So somebody in here got a perfect score, which is not unusual at all. I don't make my tests so nobody could get a perfect score. I mean, I want them to be challenging, but it's definitely possible to get a perfect score on an exam. In fact, he's going to get more points than that because I'm throwing out that one. The average score was an 82.5, okay, and the median score was an 84. Okay, so again, those are B's. I'm happy with those. Over half of you, over 50% of you, earned A's and B's on the exam. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Those of you that did not earn an A or a B, maybe you got a C, maybe you think you got a D or an E, I would learn from this exam opportunity. The format of my exams are the same. They don't change much. You kind of have an idea of my style or how I ask certain questions, so that should help. And like I was telling somebody that came into my office the other day, the next test, it's going to be over 5 chapters, chapters 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, which is one less than 6, which is good. And then the final exam is only actually over 3 chapters. So I think that might be a little bit more easy to learn the material when you have fewer chapters. I know that it is. So hopefully you see your exam scores going in a positive direction. So that's what I wanted to say about the first exam. Second thing I wanted to say is that the second posting opportunity, if you look on your syllabus, it's due February 18th. Which is this coming Thursday, and it pertains to chapters 7 and 8. So I expect to have for you to have those chapters read by then and understand the concepts in there. I'm going to post the directions. They're going to be slightly different from the first opportunity, but It's very similar assignment, but I changed the wording and tried to make it, I don't know, maybe just easier to interpret the directions. So that's going to be due, remember, Thursday by 11 p.m. Okay, that post will be due. And then if you notice on the syllabus, you don't have anything else due until March 1st. That's good and bad, right? It's good because you're like, kind of take a break. Bad because if you take a break and you really don't read and study those chapters, then you're going to get yourself into trouble because the second exam is just that following Tuesday, which is March 9th. So basically what I'm going to do is post a discussion board link, or a form open for basic questions about chapters 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And I want you, what is confusing to you or what you don't understand, go ahead and post questions there, and then we could all work on them together, and I could explain something perhaps differently, maybe give you a different example than the book gives you, maybe your peers can give you an example. We will post, perhaps we'll post pertinent articles that we think, about a current event, kind of like what you guys are doing for the discussion, or for the graded discussion board posts. And say, hey, this is political participation, or this is interest groups in action as depicted right in chapter 8. And actually what we might do is a lot of you guys are going to find amazing articles for the second posting opportunity. And so I might just take one of those, perhaps even your synopsis, and post it then in a link so it's easy to find for other students to read and go, oh, okay, I understand. That's what the book's talking about when they're talking about the power of interest groups, for example. I think that's all I wanted to say. Again, the material, you want to listen to my audio notes, you want to take notes, you want to look in the book. What overlaps? The material that overlaps, for sure you're going to get tested on. Okay, if I talk about it and the book talks about it, you're going to get tested on it. Okay, so definitely note that. If I never even mention it, not even remotely close, but the book has, 5, 6, 7 pages on it, perhaps I'm not going to be going over that part in the text, and I usually say that in the audio notes. If I don't, and you're unclear, just drop me an email and just ask. Just say, hey, you don't talk about, whatever the concept is in the book. Say I don't talk about PACs or something. And say, but the book talks about it for 10 pages. Are we responsible for this for the exam? Just ask. If I don't clarify it in the audio notes, just go ahead and drop me an email. And I believe that is all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know ASU has classes tomorrow on President's Day, but most people don't. But perhaps, hopefully, you're not working tomorrow. Most people are off work. So that would probably be big for many of you. If you have any other questions about the course or the material, don't hesitate to drop me a line or Joe a line, and we will answer your question. Thanks.